Hello YouTube, this is Random Nation coming at you real quick. I just want to make a quick video. This teacher right here is up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and she was out there panhandling for money for her students. Kudos to her. That's, really awesome that she's willing to do that for her students and everything. And I can argue and say that, she shouldn't be doing that because she's teaching her kids something they shouldn't do. I could say that. But she's doing what she has to do to try to make sure the kids have what they need. She should have went to the town council meeting and actually told them, hey, look, I need more money, in front of the public. That way they knew. They could have found a way to fix the issue where she has more money. But that's not really what this video is about. What this video is about is the fact that the media, Fox, has said it's perfectly fine for this lady to be out there. The police didn't harass her. They didn't mess with her. They drove right past her, let her do what she was doing. No problem. But let that be a homeless person, and they would have been over there in a heartbeat, running them off, telling them they can't do that. It's illegal. If he didn't leave, he'd go to jail, yada, yada, yada. See, that's just wrong. You shouldn't tell a homeless person you can't do that if you're going to let this person do that. It's just wrong. A lot of people say, oh, well, the homeless should get jobs. Well, the issue with that is they have to have food, they have to have clothes, they have to have a shower, they have to have a phone, they have to have an address. The phone, clothes, and address are the three main things you got to have to get a job. As far as a shower, you can go into a bathroom somewhere and give yourself what they call a whore bath. Okay? Clothes, you can pretty much pick those at any little secondhand thrift store, and a lot of those places will give you clothes. The phone is the biggest issue. The address is the second biggest issue. You can fake an address on the application. Just tell them, hey, I live here, even if you don't. But as far as the phone, you have to have a phone. Problem is you can't get a government phone if you're homeless, because you have to have an address that actually is registered to you. You have to actually receive mail at that address to get the phone. Not to mention, you also have to be on food stamps or Social Security or disability, something to get that phone. So you're not getting a government phone. You ain't getting no kind of government subsidies. You're not getting food stamps. But yet people say, oh, well, they should be fine. How are they going to be fine? They have no food stamps, unlike half of these people that actually have homes. They can't get food stamps. They don't have a phone. They don't have no way of getting around. And people don't want to hire them simply because they stink, or they're dirty, or they don't have a phone, or they don't have a home. And then people want to complain about it and say, hey, they shouldn't be out here holding this sign. Well, how are they going to eat? Okay? How are they going to eat? Plain and simple. They can say, oh, well, they can go to a homeless shelter. No, not all of them can go to homeless shelters. Homeless shelters, most of them, only hold between 20 and 50 people. Oxford alone, right down the road from where I live, has 2 homeless shelters. They hold about 25 people per homeless shelter. And Oxford's a pretty big city. Guess what? Both of those homeless shelters are pretty much always full. When I was homeless, I was out there in Oxford, and I'm sitting there. I go to the shelter, they're full. I go to the other shelter, they're full. I can't get into either one of them. So what do? I go live on the street. Plain and simple. I even talked to the people at shelter. I said, look, I understand I can't stay here because of the fact that y'all don't have enough room. But is there any way I can use y'all's phone number to where jobs can get in touch with me? They wouldn't let me do that. They wouldn't even let me use their address because I wasn't physically living there. And a lot of these homeless shelters actually want to charge you $5 a day to stay in the homeless shelter. If you can't hold a sign to begin with to make the $5, you can't stay in the homeless shelter. So what are you supposed to do? It's either hold a sign, rob somebody, or get yourself arrested to where you have a place to sleep. Now put that through your mind and think about that, guys. Just think about how bad of a situation that really is. So the next time you drive by and you see a homeless person and you start laughing, saying, "Hi, he should get a job, he should get a job," put yourself in his shoes and think about the fact, hey, if I was stuck there, I'd be screwed. And, I seen this report earlier where they were talking about 99% of homeless people are on drugs or this or this or this. I want to go around with these people and do these studies with them. Because I believe that's a load of crap. I believe that's just a lie that they're putting out there just because they want to get rid of the homeless people. Problem is, you ain't never going to get rid of homeless people if you don't start trying to help them get on their feet. Okay? So, I'm not saying that a lot of them ain't on drugs, and I ain't saying a lot of them don't drink. But what I'm saying is when you're that far down, you can't get a job, everybody pretty much looks at you like you're an idiot, and you stink all the time, I'm pretty sure the depression level is somewhere between I want to die and I want to go to prison the rest of my life. Okay, so yeah, that would be pretty much my drinking level right there. I think I'd, pretty much be drinking all the time too if I was constantly stuck in that situation. Fortunately for me, when I was homeless, I had a pretty good network of friends around me that was able to keep me from doing that kind of stuff, but a lot of them don't have that. So just think about what it's like to actually be homeless before everybody wants to condone them and talk bad about them. And they need to stop being biased or hypocritical when it comes to this kind of situation right here with this teacher holding this sign. If a homeless person's going to get in trouble, they should have got onto her too. And honestly, yeah, looking in the background, looks like there's a homeless man standing right there in the background behind her holding a sign. But I guarantee you there's probably a cop somewhere just waiting for the camera crew to turn off their cameras so they can go tell them to leave. That way that lady can walk back over there to that spot. Because that's probably where she was at. But y'all have a great day. I hope y'all understand the concept, what I'm talking about here. This is Random Nation out.